Good evening. Buenas noches. Buenos noches. I don't know any other languages besides that. But hey, it is Halloween Eve. And let me tell you a couple things about Halloween and what makes this week special. It's always the week of Georgia, Florida. It's always the week of the end of high school football region play, right before the playoffs. Um, this week is huge. And I think we're all still recovering from Barry's Halloween party this past weekend. Lord, I know I am. I had the Halloween party, had a good day the next day, then get strep throat and been sick. So, hey, that party put me down a couple notches. But today, the Chopping Block podcast returns to bring me back alive. And it is time for the college football show. And as your host, Steve Dalton, I got one thing to say before we kick it off tonight. Tomorrow night, on Halloween night, the Rockmart Yellow Jackets host the undefeated North Murray Mountaineers in the biggest game of Northwest Georgia. Winner take all in the region, and I believe this would be the 9th straight region title for Rockmart. So if you're watching this from the Rock or Silver Creek, Northwest Georgia, come down to the Rock tomorrow and support these Yellow Jackets. We're all too old to trick or treat anyway. Come have some fun and watch a good football team win the region title again. I'll be on the sidelines freezing my tail off. So I'm excited for that. But tonight, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Vandy, Texas are all fighting this weekend to save their season and playoff hopes alive. Who makes it out of this weekend? And all of you guys, we said in the pregame, you're very smart. You obviously know that these teams play each other. So only two can make it out alive this weekend. KD, who's making it out alive and why?
I got Tennessee making it out alive. I think they're going to beat Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma has the firepower on offense, especially with Mateer still recovering from that hand injury. I think Tennessee's going to beat them. And I got Vandy, man. I've been rocking with Vandy for 2 straight years. I think they're going to beat Texas straight up. I think they're going to beat them by 10 plus.
You muted, Steve Dalton.
Shots fired early on in the podcast got me a little excited there. I didn't notice I was muted. Tony, who makes it out alive?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vandy first. I don't care if they're going to Texas. I don't think Texas is good enough on offense to win this game. I think Vandy had their rough week offensively last week, and they just needed to get by with a win. They proved they could win an ugly game, and I think they're going. I think I'm with Kevin. I think they beat Texas by double digits. Texas has been squeaking by the last couple of weeks. They should have double the losses they have right now. The luck's about to run out, and it's not going to be the last loss of the season for the Longhorns. They got 2 or 3 more after that coming. This is the top of the cliff, and they're about to jump off without a parachute. Oklahoma-Tennessee game, it's a tough game for me because Oklahoma's defense, despite what happened in the Ole Miss game, they are pretty good. Ole Miss's quarterback's a lot smarter than Aguilar for Tennessee. Aguilar can air it out, but he's averaging pretty much an interception a game. And in this game, that could be all the difference. So I'm picking Tennessee to win, but I do think it's going to be a close game because I think Aguilar will make a mistake.
The thoroughbred havoc.
Yeah, I got to go with Vandy. Vandy's definitely going to beat Texas in this game. I mean, Diego Pavia, he's been on fire. And, I mean, he had one bad game against Alabama when he turned it over a couple of times. And then he rectified that last week. Then with Tennessee, Oklahoma, Yeah, it's going to be a hard fought battle. I would say I'm still going to go with Tennessee though, just because, like Kevin said, KD John Mateer is still recovering from his hand injury, and last week I saw him miss a few throws that he normally would make, and I don't think he'll be able to keep up with Tennessee. So yeah, Vandy and Tennessee for me.
Well,
Well, go ahead, Beeston.
I'm just gonna say, not so fast. Okay, Texas. Listen, man. Texas is playing for their life. They're playing for their life, man. And here's the thing about playing for your life. Sometimes you find something in you that you didn't know you had. Manning is playing for his family's name. Does he have anything in the reservoir? Clark need to do something. And this thing is in Texas, right? If they win this game, this kid revitalize their whole season. I'm gonna go against the grain and go with Texas. And this next one, I'm gonna make it simple. I think Oklahoma is gonna beat Tennessee. Every year, Tennessee get everybody thinking that they something, and they always let everybody down. This is the week that they're gonna let everybody down, because if you look at it, I'm looking at they got a strength of schedule about the number 21. Are they ranked number 14? Something like that.
I think so.
And then they 6-2. They up against the ropes, my friend. Sometimes you just get a little shot in your hand, if you can, a little something, and you just get out there and you try to win one. So that game right there is going to be very interesting. But I'm going to go against the grain again. I'm going to pick Oklahoma.
Well, like I said in the pregame, think about this as we go through the night, because our last slide for the college football podcast will be an interesting one. And, in my opinion, this is what I think could very well happen is, you have 4 or 5 teams with 2 losses in the SEC. They all are not going to go to the SEC championship game. So, do some of them get left out of the playoff? You can tell me later if you got something on your mind. But slide number 2. This one's going to be fun, and I've been waiting all day for it. Notre Dame is 2-loss Notre Dame a lock in the college football playoff? If not, who takes their spot and why? KD, take it home.
Unfortunately, I do think they're a lock. Technically they played 3 ranked teams. They lost to both the ones early in the season. They beat USC, which I don't think will end up ranked at the end of the season. So eventually, at the end of the season, they're going to have a bunch of wins with no wins against top 25 teams. But they're still Notre Dame, and that name gets them into the playoffs. If for some reason that they don't, then it's going to be an extra SEC team. It should be, and that could be Vanderbilt. It could be Tennessee or Oklahoma. Just depends on really a lot's going to be decided in the SEC this weekend with some of these, I guess, B tier teams, as I would call
them. Yeah, I think you're right. Tony.
All right, I'm going to need y'all's help real quick before I make that decision. So let's see. We're saying there's one Big 12 team going to make the playoff, correct?
Yes.
No, I think there's 2. I mean, sorry, Big 12, yeah.
Yeah. So one Big 12, one group of 5 that's automatic bid, 2 ACC, correct? So that's 4.
Thanks. So it looks promising.
3 Big 10.
3?
Yeah.
3, yeah. Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon.
Yeah.
I see Oregon falling off, to be honest.
I do too.
So let's just say 3 for now. So that's 7. And I'm going to say 4 SEC no matter what. So that's 11. If there's 4 SEC teams already in it, I think Notre Dame will get in just off of their name. Do I think they should? Hell no. But let's say what you just said happens. let's say that there's a Big Ten team that's Oregon slips up and Oregon's out of it. If it comes down to that, and then that last spot is between Notre Dame and, like I said, a 2-loss Vandy or Tennessee, I don't think they get in. I don't know how you could justify it, because let's say Tennessee, if Tennessee wins out, their 2 losses are to 2 teams in the playoff. They lost a game that they should have won against Georgia. I mean, they should have made a chip shot. Now they got beat pretty bad by Alabama, but it's 2 of the best teams in the country. And they would have wins over Vanderbilt, who's in the playoff. Like, I don't know how you can justify keeping them out when they have wins over teams in the playoff, and the only losses are 2 teams in the playoff, when Notre Dame's losses are to who? Maybe a ranked team. Who are their wins? You can't put a team in that has no signature win over a team that has 2 or 3, in my opinion. So if the Big Ten does not get 3 in, then I don't think Notre Dame will get in. But if the Big 3 gets 10 in and that last spot's down to Notre Dame with 4 SEC teams in, I think they'll get in.
Let me just make sure I'm understanding. So you're saying Notre Dame would get in if there were 3 Big Ten teams, but they wouldn't if there was 2 that got in? How is that?
Because I think because the Big Ten, if they lose another team, that Oregon 2-loss Oregon's not going to be able to compare strength of schedule or signature wins with any of those 2-loss SEC teams.
I agree with that, but how if one team in the Big Ten drops out, it wouldn't solidify Notre Dame being in there? Are you saying 2 more SEC teams in, it makes it 6?
No, I'm saying that there'll be 5 SEC teams in at that point, and then Notre Dame will get in.
Yeah, he thought you were saying that if 3
right? Because you had 5 SEC, 1 Big 12, 1 Group of 5. So 5, 1 Big 12, 1 Group of 5. That's 7. 2 ACC. That's 9. 2 Big 10, 11. Yeah, 12.
I mean, it's interesting. I just I wish there was, they used to have that on ESPN. There's no way to like even do a predict, kind of see what we would have. I mean, we literally have to wait, and it is awful. This is like riding in a helicopter, and it's just going pull up, and you're just screwed because you got to wait it out, and that's what we're going through right now, boys. Havoc, what do you got to say on this Notre Dame fiasco?
Well, I mean, there's 12 teams, so I would say it's very reasonable that they'll get in. And I mean, if they don't get in, I could see an extra SEC team getting in there due to the strength of schedule and the path they have to take to get there. But I mean, I would say, 2-loss Notre Dame is a lock since it's 12 teams.
One question I want you to all think about, does this not seem like the first college football poll that comes out is super important? Because they could really hang themselves and make themselves look like idiots with the rest of this SEC schedule, because then you're basically picking and choosing the same thing. Like, I think we could get in some hairy stuff here.
Well, we got a lot left to go. I mean, we're also discounting the fact that Michigan has owned Ohio State the past few years, and they've only got 2 losses. If they went out, beat Ohio State, they're going to be in the playoff.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen with that.
And it may not.
I don't think Michigan gets in even with 10 wins and 2 losses, because I mean, didn't they lose to USC like bad?
Let me look and see.
Yeah, they lost to USC 31-13, but they beat. They got Nebraska.
Then they also lost to Oklahoma by double digits.
Oklahoma, but they'll have, if they got in, they would. And I'm saying if they went out, if they got in, they would have beaten Ohio State and then also won their Big Ten championship game.
I mean, if they win the Big Ten, they're automatically in.
That's what I'm saying, though. I mean,
would they be? That's right. They only have one Big Ten loss. That's right.
So then you would have, Then you would have Ohio State that's in because they only got one loss.
You're gonna have
Michigan,
4 Big Ten.
Indiana. Right.
You'd have,
Hold on. Would you have 4 Big Ten teams at that point?
I don't think so. I
Probably.
think you'd still get 3 because I don't think they'd put that 4th Big Ten team over a 2
That
loss
would be
SEC
Oregon.
team.
Oh,
I don't
what, 2
think- I
loss
don't-
too?
I
But
don't
Oregon's
think
only
I
got
don't
one
think-
loss, correct?
But I'm
Right.
saying Oregon will, if they lose the second, which they will. I don't think Oregon at 2 losses gets in over any 2-loss SEC team. I don't believe that.
Man,
That's-
I'm telling you, this is going to be sticky. It's going to be sticky.
And, you know, I love this because we all have these crazy, because every year you're thinking of scenarios that you're like, this crazy thing could happen. And like, there's no way it could happen. But I remember that one year with Alabama, we didn't get in the playoff, but they were posting, they were saying, if this happens, Alabama's in. And you're
Yeah.
like, there's no way any of this is happening. Every single thing that Alabama needed to happen happened that year. But we
Yeah.
lost to freaking LSU on a 2-point conversion in overtime. And that's why we didn't get in.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here, man. I think this is the year that they're gonna teach Notre Dame a lesson.
God, I would hope so.
I think
Yeah,
this is
agreed.
the year. It just feels like they're not going to do the same old thing they've been doing. It's going to have to be a whole lot of things that happen go wrong for everybody else for Notre Dame to get in this time. I mean, you look at their schedule. Come on now.
It's terrible.
You
Yeah.
could very well. I'm going to be surprised if we get 6 SEC teams in.
Nah.
I'm just saying, if you go, okay.
I mean, There's some things that could happen to make that possible. Just like you said, there's things that could happen to make the Big Ten have 4, 3. I mean, it
Well, let me
just
ask
it could
y'all
get
this
really
right
wild.
This is why we need to do away with conferences altogether. So we can actually have the 12 best teams in the country play at the end of the year.
I think so too.
Until
auto bid.
they get rid of this auto bid crap for the conference champions and all that stuff, we're never going to get 12 of the best.
I mean,
teams.
And there's no reason to have this BS. The highest ranked group of 5 team gets in because now we're going to have Memphis is going to make the playoffs, and everyone
And Ohio
knows
State's
whoever
gonna
Memphis
smoke 'em.
plays, they're going to get dragged around like a $2 hooker in Lindale. I mean, it don't make no sense. This ain't basketball where you have 65. Look, basketball is truly a sport where any given day, where like the best team in the world could have a 30% shooting night. There's never going to be a time where a Memphis plays the number 1 seed in the college football playoff and wins. It's never going to happen.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
It's too
Here's one point that I will say, and this is, to me, it's proven, right? All right. And I am I wrong that was Kalen DeBoer at Sioux Falls, or is that he was?
Yep.
All right. So, he came over here to Rome at Barron Stadium and won a couple national titles in a row.
Yep.
So here's what I'm saying by that, right? Yes, there are times where the number 1 seed is going to win it all. I don't know if it's happened much in the college football playoff era.
They're going to win it all, but they're not going to lose to a group of 5.
No, but here's my argument, right? My argument is I thought 4 was too little. I think 12's too little, and here's why. D2 and D3 have ran a playoff system for years, and it is must-see TV. It's the only time you will turn the TV on and watch Valdosta State and North Dakota State, because it's going to be a battle. And a lot of the times, you don't see a 13 seed most of the time being in the championship game, but it's usually not 1 versus 2. So I think, hey, college football at the Division I level is so much more competitive. There's something that tells me, for instance, if you have a team like Vandy, they hit a hot streak, one team gets an injury, I wouldn't be shocked if a Vandy could win a national title, or, even nowadays, you used to see Oregon get there and not win one. I mean, Oregon could win one. Michigan won one. I mean, I just think open it up to, hey, you say a 25, top 25 poll, maybe do 25. If you can't do 25 somehow, do 24. But I think just open it up and let's play football. And then you could cut out conferences and all this and that. There'd be no need, You just take the top 25 teams.
Yeah. And the only thing, let's all say, TJ, if you're paying $2 for a hooker in Lindale, you're overpaying.
You got that right. You can go to the Gilbreth Center and get a few for free.
Oh man, who's okay? Everybody went. Kirby's Dogs. The Dogs need help to get in the SEC title game to try to defend that crown. They won last year in overtime versus Texas. But is it more beneficial to miss the SEC title game for the Dogs? We all know the answer is probably yes, but like I told you in the pregame, give me something better than just yes. KD.
Oh man, it would not hurt my feelings if Alabama dropped one more game and we got left out of the SEC championship game. It's not beneficial at all. I mean, it's good, in 20 years looking back, I can say Alabama's got 24 SEC titles. That's great. But in the current day of college football, it would definitely be more beneficial to miss it if you still get into the playoffs. So yeah, I would say it's going to be more beneficial for them not to make it.
But let me ask a question. Why are you saying that?
Oh, you got one less. I mean, you got more rest. You have more game plan. You get game planning, more practicing.
I can answer it also.
It's just there's very little chance for injury when you're not playing. Getting people healthy. I was
about to say that was my biggest thing, because not only, like I said, the injury risk, like Alabama's used to playing on grass. What happens if Alabama was to go to the bins and tie Simpson Plants and rips his, God, please don't do this to me, but rips his knee apart in the SEC championship game? We're screwed. But I agree and disagree with Kevin about Alabama dropping a game. God, please don't let this happen once again. If we are to lose another game, I pray to God that we are 10-1 going into the Auburn game. I would much rather lose that Auburn game, because I know we're in. I do not want to lose to LSU, because if we do, I won't be confident that we don't lose the next week to Oklahoma, because Oklahoma gets a bye week before Bama. Or if we were to win, I said this last year. I said it to Evan and Dylan. I said my luck is Alabama will lose to Oklahoma, and we're playing at Auburn to go to the playoff. That is not a recipe that I want to deal with that damn stadium that's got freaking monkey's nuts hanging from the scoreboard and rabbit feet underneath the field and other dead bodies and all kinds of other BS doo-doo. But, no, for Georgia, I think it would benefit them more to miss the SEC championship game. But for some reason, y'all got good luck with this kind of stuff, because last year Georgia had like a freaking 13% chance to make the SEC championship game. And then, of course, Bama had to turn around and lay a fat turd against Oklahoma, and that opened the door. So Alabama would have to lose twice between now and the end of the season for Georgia to get in, because A&M's pretty much a lock. I mean, I don't see them losing twice.
They look great.
And, I mean, I don't see them losing once, let alone twice. So I think A&M's a lock, and it's going to be – but I don't know. So I don't know how the tiebreakers work, because what if Vandy's 11-1 and Alabama was to lose?
It goes to the highest ranked team.
Georgia? I mean, I don't know who gets in that game, but I do think it's more beneficial to miss the SEC championship, because you get that recovery time. And unlike if you win the SEC championship and you get an automatic bid and you possibly get a bye, when you get that bye, you're going over 30 days without playing, which I don't think is good. That's why every single team that got a bye in the playoff last year, they lost. They went 0-4. I think that if you don't, a couple weeks off is good, not 4. So missing the SEC championship game and you still play that first round of the playoffs, and then you can catch steam going throughout. Like, think about it. Let's say Georgia was to miss the SEC championship. They play freaking Memphis in the first round of the playoff, and they win by 40. You're telling me when they play freaking Indiana or Georgia Tech or Miami or whatever the next team is in the second, you're telling me Georgia ain't coming in hot? You got another thing coming.
So what you recommending is a little load management.
I don't recommend the load management. I just think that the difference between a month off and just a few weeks to get healthy and also do a game plan is a big difference. I think it's a bigger advantage to have 1 to 2 weeks off versus 30, because you got to think about it. These are college kids. It's just like in the summer. You think you got it figured out, but then August rolls around. You're like, oh, shit. We weren't ready. Like Alabama. Alabama punched in the mouth. They thought they were ready.
See. Let me shine my telescope on the fanboys again. You guys tell me every year you get mad because certain players don't want to play in the bowl games. People talk about the area. Oh, he shouldn't play in the bowl games. Going to the NFL, he ought to go to do it for his team. He ought to be there, this and that. Now you saying throw the SEC championship?
Oh, well, they don't have a choice.
No, I'm saying
They might not make it in.
What I'm saying is, Georgia,
not to,
what I'm saying is, should Georgia
saying
try to compete to win it or not?
Of course, but
no,
if they don't, they're going to be in a better position than if they do.
Georgia does not control their own destiny to get to the SEC championship. They
Yeah, I
have to
saw
hope
that.
they have to hope someone else gets them in.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm saying if everything goes the way we think it's going to go, and Alabama wins out, A&M wins out, and those two are playing for SEC championship, it 100% benefits Georgia to not play in that game because they do.
But let me ask you this: say Georgia does get in the SEC championship game, and it comes down to the very end, and Kirby is coaching. Does he try to win that game?
Yeah. If you get to the game, you play to win. I'm not saying anything about losing or not winning the SEC championship. Both teams are in no matter what.
But what's
you're
more
playing for the SEC
important?
championship, you're in.
What's more important, the Natty or the SEC championship?
The Natty, but you can't. That's different though, because you can't go if you lose a game. Right? There's not many times where you lose a game and it lights a fire under you, like when you're going into like the playoffs. Like if you lose your last game of the season, a lot of times teams don't respond well to that. Like Ohio State losing to Michigan was the best thing that could ever happen to them, and you can agree or disagree.
Georgia to Alabama that year.
You know good and well that if Ohio State would have beat Michigan last year, they would have got beat early in the playoffs last year because they weren't playing well. That Michigan game was what exposed them, and that lit a fire under their ass, and they weren't touched the rest of the year. They looked like a completely different team. What's his name? Will Howard played the best football of his life for a month, and that's what it took. If Alabama was to lose the SEC championship in the SEC championship, it would be really hard for me to turn around and say, I know for a fact they're going to respond the right way in the first game they play, just because you never know how kids that affects them losing. It's like, damn, we should have won this or whatever. I like winning your last game going into something big. If you win, you got confidence. You're like, okay, I can beat anybody. If you lose, you second guess everything. Some kids, they get that anxiety BS where they're second. I mean, look at Ryan Williams. He's scared to death to catch a pass on his feet because he's had so many drops. He's making all these catches where he's falling to the ground because he don't trust himself.
To me, what you're describing is a moment for coaches to do their jobs.
I mean, I agree. Yeah. But like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, you can prepare, you can coach the best of your ability, and things can still go wrong. And it is what it is.
Chopper of the week, heading into the NFL section. Hey, listen, Tony, you failed. Yeah, you have failed down another notch.
No, I didn't. I'm still tied for second. I was second last week. I'm still second this week. I ain't failed nowhere.
No, you're not second.
Huh?
Kaylin is second.
You don't see where it says second. We got the same amount of points.
But your name up under her, so that means something in the algorithm makes it dropping you down. That's what that
That's
means.
in alphabetical order, probably.
No, it ain't alphabetical. But let's see, Jon Snow. I give him credit, big dog. You doing your thing, boy. I think you missed the whole first week.
Yeah, I missed the first week, so no picks at all.
Wow, and you 7 games ahead of me, man. I feel terrible, man. You running this. Where KD at? Dang, KD, man.
Missing the first week without picking ain't nothing when you just pick bad every week.
I about to say, yeah, I remember a time where KD and damn Craig looked like they were running away with it, and they just steadily are dropping.
I can't lie, boy. I need a good week of Tony is rolling.
I'll be honest, fellas. Last week I let AI pick about half these games, and I was 5-0 the first 5 games AI picked, and then I lost every other one of them. So I'm not doing that again either.
Well, hey, at least there wasn't no money involved. Hey guys, a little Halloween trivia. All right, I know you guys probably been cheating, but I'm gonna go through it anyway. See what you can come up with. I'll start out with an easy one. Okay, this tight end is known for his swift murders.
Travis
Aaron Hernandez.
My God.
Oh, man. I wasn't thinking like that, but hey, that's true.
Who is it?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Okay. This player's name screams the pain that he inflicts. Who is this?
Hold on. Screams the pain he inflicts. Is it a current player?
Yeah.
It's defense, correct?
Oh, you want me to just tell you the answer?
No, I just want one more hint. That's it. Offensive defense.
Offense.
Offense.
5
There
seconds.
you go.
I'm out. I'm trying to think of one of your little fanboys.
Okay. 5 seconds. You ready?
I don't know, man.
4, 3, 2, 1. Is anybody watching know this? Whoever's watching, if you can comment and let us know if you know this player's name screams the pain he inflicts. All right, I'm gonna give them about 3 seconds and then I'm gonna go on. All right, guys. Jalen Hurts.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I
wow.
knew that. That's so bad. That's so bad.
Okay. This player's name describes his weapon of choice, although his weapon was recently jammed with cheese.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers.
I was saying Aaron Rodgers too.
All right, what's the weapon? The AR, guys. The AR. All right. Which offensive play is used to deliver cruel punishment to the sphincter of his opponent?
The
Tush
tush
push.
The tush push. Okay. This team destroys its opponents with a deep stench of gases from its potent cesspool. Potent cesspool. Really stinks. Who is this?
Stink, man. I don't know.
NFL team.
The
Stinky.
Saints?
Y'all give up?
The Jets.
The Cleveland.
The Browns.
Oh, okay. Hey, it could have been all 3 of those teams. They all horrible.
The only one of them is Doodoo Brown, right? Which famous football play kills its prey using a rapid firing of insects?
Oh, what is this one?
A famous football play kills its prey.
The flea flicker.
The flea flicker.
There you go.
Good one. Okay. Which player evades his defenders through a series of concussions that make him disappear?
Tua.
I'm trying to think who got the most concussions right now. Tua? I mean,
Tony, I know you know this one.
I said
it's
Tua.
got to be Tua, right?
It's Tua.
Tua might. Hey, ain't Tua playing tonight? He on concussion watch list, ain't he?
Tua playing tonight.
He's definitely playing tonight. We got some talking to do. As you
That
can
hat's
see,
ridiculous.
Two-turn bankroll looking like a trophy. I'm cashing out plays while they watching closely. Ice on the wrist, picks cold as the snow. I don't follow trends, I just let the money grow. Lines getting cooked, I'm the chef with the flame. Stacking up wins, put respect on my name. Bet slip
Fucking
heavy, I
music,
don't
I don't
flinch, I
even
finesse.
deserve
It's
it.
that bling bling talk, it's two-turn bets.
Listen, we give this man $1,000, give him an app, and say, dude, go out and make us some money.
Hold on. In my
And
defense,
we are already broke.
but in my defense, Barry did not tell. He told me I had 4 picks, 2 from each side. So I thought that I had to use the balance over 4 games. So that's why I said $250 each. I didn't know I could bet $100 per game. So I believe I should get a surplus and try this again because I wouldn't have bet $250 a game if I knew I didn't have to.
Okay,
Because-
but
Barry, tell him they post the rules at the entrance of every casino,
exactly.
and he lost.
Yeah,
This wasn't no
because-
rule.
Yeah, so you might
But
have
it
to try
does
to
crack
get-
me up that I did great on picks
You
outside
might
of the
have to try
games
to
that I
go-
picked to cover.
You may need to go and try to see if you can get some of them SNAP benefits before they.
I got to wait for the government to shut down. I can't do it.
All right, fellas. All love, no Rodgers. Green Bay met the Steelers. What happened, and what does this mean for Aaron Rodgers, and what does this mean for Jordan Love? Talk to me, Steve Dalton.
Listen, I hate to be who was it, Woody Page on one of those shows back in the day in ESPN2. This means absolutely nothing for either of them. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is on his way out. I mean, he looks as bad as those jerseys they wore on that night. That looked like the longest yard, the prisoners versus the guards, just the worst thing they could put on them. And hey, he's had a great run. He's a Super Bowl champion, multiple MVP. So it means nothing. I mean, yeah, it'd have been cool if he could have won on his return. I don't guess they were even at Lambeau, or were they?
No, they was in Steelers.
Yeah, so it kind of took away from the game in that stance. But the only thing it really does say is Jordan Love is, hey, they're great, man. The defense is loaded. The offense is scoring enough points. They have a real shot of not only winning the division but winning the NFC.
Okay, I like that take, but it means nothing, Bama Davis.
I don't think it does. I mean, Love had a great game. The Steelers' defense was the problem. I'm not giving up on Rodgers. I mean, the guy's got 16 TDs and 5 interceptions this year. That's not a lot. I mean, that's averaging two TDs a game. They played 8 games. So he's not turning the ball over. He's playing well enough for the Steelers to be winning these types of games. But that Steelers defense, the steel curtain, is just not showing itself this year at all.
Yeah. And two-turn, you buying this game meant nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the Packers are all potential. I mean, we all know what potential is. Because, look, I'm not giving them so much credit after one good Jordan Love game. I mean, let's be real. The game before this, they had to have a game-winning drive to beat the Cardinals without Kyler Murray. I think they beat the Cardinals by 4. Like I said, I think they scored with like 40 seconds left in the game or something like that to win that game. The week before that, they struggled against the Bengals without Flacco, I'm pretty sure. And then the week before that, they tied with the Cowboys. So it's not like the Packers are just on this great run.
Wait a minute. You guys are being hypocrites again.
How?
You told me that it don't matter in the NFL. These are NFL players, they're NFL teams, and anybody can win on any given Sunday.
You can, but I'm saying for us to say that they're Super Bowl, or it's not Super Bowl, but they could win the division just off of this one game. I don't think this game means anything towards that. Now, if they were to beat the Chiefs the Chiefs, a team like that, then yes, if they beat them the way
they destroyed the Lions too. I mean, they've looked good in a lot of games.
They beat the crap out of the Lions. That's the game.
I think they beat the Cowboys as well, right?
They tied with the Cowboys.
That's right. They tied. Yeah.
If they came out tomorrow with the Chiefs looking the way the Chiefs are looking right now, and they beat the Chiefs pretty easily, I'll be okay. Let's take them serious. But I just don't think they've solidified themselves that good at the moment to be like, oh yeah, this game puts them over the top or whatever.
No, I want to clarify. I didn't mean that game specifically took them over the top. I just think that they are a well-rounded team, and they're what are they 5-1-1? I think they're well-rounded, and that's why I think they're going to win the division, or they got a shot, and maybe the NFC Championship.
What you got on this, Habit?
Oh, yeah. I don't think this means that much. Jordan Love's had a lot of good regular season games, and Rodgers has a Super Bowl. We're going to judge both of these quarterbacks based on what they do in January, and I wouldn't write too much into this game at all.
That and the Steelers do still have a 2-game lead in that division.
Yeah.
Sure.
Havoc, real quick. Havoc, you forgot to make your pick tonight.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
I was talking about on the actual picks that we went over. He didn't make his pick tonight.
Yeah, I know. I want to make a pick. We need to catch up with him.
Well, he can't make it now. It's already started.
Damn. Okay.
Speaking of the Chiefs, are the Chiefs the Super Bowl undercover killers? Or is the ghost of Allen about to go on a killing spree? Chiefs, Bills this weekend.
I'll take this one first because, look, I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago on this show, and I think Havoc was with me after I said this. Every freaking year, the Chiefs have 2 or 3 bad games, and everybody's like, I don't think they can win a Super Bowl this year. I just don't think it. And we make the same mistake every year. And I said on the show, I was like, guys, I don't know what y'all are thinking. This ain't how it's about to go down. The Chiefs are Super Bowl contenders once again. As bad as Dalton hates to say it, he knows it. I can see it in his face. Dude, when Rashid Rice got back on the field, I mean, they look like a whole new team, and they're feeding him and they're feeding Worthy, and the Chiefs are back. I don't want them to win another Super Bowl, but damn it, they look like they can.
100%. Steve Dalton, go ahead and wild in your misery.
Listen, Rashid, bend a knee, twist a knee. I don't care what it is. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not an undercover Super Bowl killer because what is the old saying the coach said? They were who we thought they were. All right. That is what the Chiefs are at this point. And I'm sick and tired of them. You're right. I can't stand Taylor Swift. I can't stand none of them. I can't stand them. And it would be nice to see them lose in the Super Bowl again because, man, I'll tell you, last February 3rd on that Sunday night, whenever it was, I don't know if it was the 3rd, it was a holiday for me. I mean, I could have called in sick the next day at work and drank myself to sleep that day because I was that happy to watch the Eagles win. I think this is more about maybe a real undercover team. I don't even look at the Bills as an undercover team, but I will tell you who might be a good undercover team.
Man, you better not say no baby. Stop it. Stop it.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm with him, Barry, because, look, not only do the Patriots
Oh, we good.
They are good, but not only they have statistically they had the easiest first half of the year schedule, their first however many games. They have the second easiest remaining schedule in the NFL.
Well, that's just going to mean they're not going to be proven. They're getting ready to get their ass.
I mean, that ain't a lie either.
Drake May looks really good.
He does. I like it.
Hey.
You won't find that. You won't find a single thing that I said bad about the kid. Nothing.
I ain't said you said nothing bad, but you also said it wasn't it when I said he's the best quarterback coming out that draft class.
No, I didn't.
I'm honestly still shocked. I didn't think he was the best, but I did think he was talented. And man, he's big, man.
Not only
He ain't gotta win nothing. He's the best quarterback in that class.
Drake May's a hell of a quarterback. Vrabel's one of the best coaches in the league.
There you go.
Yeah,
he was that at Tennessee. Vrabel can coach some football.
Yes.
Yeah, he should have never been fired from the Titans.
No.
Yeah, he was putting out a dumpster fire with a garden hose. I
But
mean,
it
it's
did
just,
good for the Patriots.
yeah, I'll take it.
Bama, what you got on this slide?
Man,
Yeah,
I keep
I
this
don't
short.
see him. I don't see him going on a killing spree. That just the coach they've got, Sean McDermott. He always finds a way to lose these big games, and I think he'll do it again this year.
He's ass.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
What
know
you
who
got?
else is ass in big moments? Josh Allen.
No, he's not.
I wouldn't say that. That's a bit too far.
Now you're right. Now you're
Outside of one game against Patrick Mahomes, he is shat down his leg, runny lake water. Not even a turd. It's just straight water into his sock. Every year he's played Mahomes, but last year.
You understand why I have a problem with this dude? Is he would take somebody like Josh Allen and talk about shatting down his leg, and he'll bust a blood vessel in his head talking about Tua.
Because Josh Allen's had
What's
talent.
going on?
Barry, Josh Allen has a top 5 running back in the NFL. He's had a top 5 receiver in the NFL. He's had everything and can't do
Do
nothing.
not care. Josh Allen is the
He
best.
still shows
player
out, Tony. He's bad.
I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but Barry, let's go back to your logic. What has he won? Name one thing he's won.
We all can
What do
see
you mean
that
you don't
kid.
care? Care when it matters for Tua.
Are we actually gonna have Tua and Josh Allen? in
It's
the
not a
same
comparison.
company?
It's your logic. He ain't won nothing. Tua and Josh Allen got the same amount of wins when it matters. Not a daggone win.
Has Tua ever won an MVP of the football?
What does the MVP matter? Drew Brees never won one.
MVP matters. What you got on this slide, Davis?
I think the Chiefs are undercover killers. They got the best quarterback in the league. They got a legend head football coach. I'm not counting them out. And on the far as Josh Allen about to go on a killing spree, I'm kind of the same feeling. That team, you know, I don't know who to blame. McDermott is not a great coach, but you know, everybody loves Joe Brady and says he's God's gift to offensive coordinating, but he's got literally probably arguably the best QB in the league, a top 5 running back in the league, very above average receivers, and yet this team still can't score when they need to score in the biggest moments. So I'm beginning to wonder how great Joe Brady is, or how good Joe Burrow was when he made Joe Brady a lot of money. So,
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Bills. They're them and the Patriots have always been 2 of my soft spots in the AFC. I love both those teams. I want to see them both succeed, but it's hard to bet against the Chiefs at this point.
Yeah, man, and I will agree, man. It's just something about the Buffalo Bills. They easy to like. And I know it ain't for you, AFC least. I know it ain't for you, but overall, it's just a good team. And number 17, I go back and forth. Who's the best? He Mahomes. Now I will say right now, man, Mahomes is looking special. I'm talking about. I didn't even know if Mahomes could do this again. Whatever's going on, Mahomes came in from the offseason looking great. The man cut his hair. It looks like he's lost a little weight or whatever. But Mahomes looked like the old Mahomes. And the Chiefs looks like they got freaking weapons everywhere. I do believe the Chiefs on a killing spree. Now, we say that, and they drop this game. You know, I think this game is in Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken. But it's time. This game is going to tell us a lot about Josh Allen. For this year, Josh Allen. But I'm not going to count Josh Allen out. Maybe Joe Brady and Cook and Allen got a plan, and they come in and they make some noise. But all I know is this is going to be the best game.
By the way, I'm not shaking my head at anything you just said, Barry. I just want you to know the reason I'm shaking my head is because these damn Dolphins.
I just seen that.
Look, Tua is 100% passing right now, Barry. He throws a dime for a first down. And guess what this receiver from Joe Dalton's he works with Dalton at freaking his job. This receiver fumbles, and now guess what's back? He fumbles inside his own 20 on a first down, and now the freaking Ravens are about to score. That's the stuff Tua's got to deal with. Josh Allen ain't got to deal with that ever. Just saying.
I ain't gonna take the bait on that. Spooky playoff. All right, guys. Here's the current playoff picture. Does that look right? Steve,
No.
Is it a little spooky for you?
Well, I was going to actually mention real quick just on that Buffalo Bills and Chiefs game. What this game kind of reminds me of, y'all brought up a good point talking about the Ravens. Josh Allen beats the Ravens on that first opening night or whatever it was on Sunday Night Football. And that game was looked at to be like that was going to be a tiebreaker to get, one of those teams the number one seed. And the Ravens have just imploded. So what I mean by that is that's week one. We're now at the halfway mark. So this game, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to you if the Bills do win, then we see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's just kind of how this goes. But on this playoff, man, what is spooky is, man, those Colts just keep trucking along. I'll tell you what's interesting about the Colts. They are the number one team in NFL. And guess how many weeks we've talked about the Colts on this show? 0. They're doing what they got to do to win. They're running the football efficiently. And Daniel Jones looks like the quarterback from 2022 when he took the Giants to the playoffs. So, surprising here with a couple of these teams. I mean, we look at the Chiefs at 7, barely in there. The Broncos have just, once again, been finding a way to win it. We'll see if that continues. But what I think is going to happen and what will be spooky is when we look, 8 weeks from now, when we wrap this up in January or late December, man, this thing is going to be totally different. I don't expect it to be anywhere close. The only teams I see sticking, and really it's just because of their record being so good so far, is the Colts and the Patriots. Their schedule kind of plays into it. I could see, I'm not going to say the Patriots are going to win the division by any means. I think it still goes through Buffalo, but right now they're looking pretty solid.
Well, it's not that we have not talked about the Colts. We just haven't given the Colts any respect.
True. We haven't.
Yeah, I have. Well, you always give people respect after you see the record.
No, bull crap. Look, Havoc can answer with me. When we had the show and it said, are they real or are they ponies or phonies? I told y'all that the Colts were real, and all y'all shook y'all's heads. I said the Colts were real then. The Colts are real now.
What's the ceiling?
Win a playoff game.
Yeah, win a playoff game.
One playoff game.
Yeah.
Barry, you can only win like 3 to win a Super Bowl.
Well,
like 2 and the Super
I
Bowl.
agree. One playoff win would be cherry on top for their season.
And Jonathan Taylor.
If they only win one playoff game with a 7-1 record right now,
they're not going to finish with a 7-1 record.
You can be the 7th seed and win a playoff game.
Well, you can be any seed. You can be any seed and win a playoff game.
We talking about Barry, this is the number one seed.
But Barry, what were the Colts last year?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When Anthony Richardson was the starter, they were nowhere near playoff contention.
They won like 3 or 4 games. Like going from 4 wins to playoff win in a year just by getting a quarterback that almost everyone said was terrible. And also, since we like talking about MVPs and it's a quarterback's reward, but Jonathan Taylor is having a better year than Saquon Barkley did last year by far. Jonathan Taylor should be in MVP running.
Yeah, he should.
100,000%.
Well, okay, so we having 2 different conversations. You guys are having a conversation this is a great turnaround season. I'm having a conversation about how much noise they really going to make when it get down to the get down.
Well, Barry, there's only like 2 or 3 teams on this entire list that there's only 2 or 3 teams on this entire list that in our heart of hearts that any of us think are going to make noise when it comes to winning a Super Bowl.
Well, who is it?
Very true. Bills and Chiefs. Very true.
So I'm not even going Bills because I just don't believe in them. I'm going.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't agree with what you just said.
I'm gonna go with these three teams. One of these three teams will win the Super Bowl. It will either
Oh,
be
clip it.
one of these three teams. It'll either be the Chiefs, the Detroit Lions, or the Philadelphia Eagles. One of those three teams wins the Super Bowl this year. Record it.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that's a pretty sturdy pick right there. I'm okay with those three.
Okay, so Kevin, do you agree with anything that is being said right now? You muted, Kevin.
I don't know. I think the Colts may be good enough to win 2 playoff games. Just because they're the 1 seed, so they're going to get a low seed their first playoff game, and then they'll have home field advantage. I do disagree. I think you could also. I agree with Tony. 3 teams: the Eagles, the Lions, and the Chiefs. Those are 3 that I think any fan would pick. But I'd also, if the Packers got on a hot run, I think they could win the Super Bowl. I think the Buccaneers, if they got on a hot run, had a good chance.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think the Niners are going to make the playoffs. I think their defense has just been decimated by injury.
Yeah.
Losing their linebacker, man, Fred. What's his name? Fred Warner. And that's just a tough loss because I think he's been the best linebacker in the NFL for the last 5 or 6 years.
And look, I'm out on the Buccaneers because Baker has went cold.
Yeah, Baker's streaky.
And not just that, it's not Baker's fault that he's went cold. He's having injury problems at his skilled positions. Like Mike Evans. Mike Evans is done. Egbuka is barely able to play. Like, who is he throwing to? The Buccaneers hit their peak. They're on their way down. They might win the division still, but they're not going to make any noise.
Wow. Y'all boys have it.
Yeah, this list, there's some issues I have with it. I think Denver and the Chiefs will switch. I don't think Denver will be a 3 seed. That I just don't see that happening. Then over on the NFC side, I would switch the Seahawks and the Rams. I don't think the Seahawks are going to win that division. And other than that, I would leave it alone. But I'm with Tony. I don't think Tampa's going to make much noise with all the injuries they've got. I mean, they would have to get healthier, but with the amount of injuries they've got now, it's going to be hard for them to make a run.
All right, we got something. Havoc, let us know.
What up, guys? Welcome to my segment, Wreaking Halloween Havoc. And today, a lot of players made the list. First, we're going to go with defense. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against the New England Patriots this past Sunday. So he's the first player of the Wreaking Havoc's list. Then number 2 is Jordan Love. He had 360 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Number 4, we're going to have 2 running backs on this list. James Cook III had 216 rushing yards for 2 touchdowns from the Buffalo Bills. And then finally, the last player on the Wreaking Halloween Havoc list is going to be Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts. Guys, he had 12 carries for 153 yards. That's 12.8 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. And that's my Halloween Wreaking Havoc list for this week.
All right. Havoc coming in with the Halloween smoke. Anybody got anything to add to that brilliance from Mr. Thoroughbred Havoc this weekend? Anybody else got anything on that one? If not, Coach not turned into Candyman, drowning in the blood. Coach, hope we do you some justice. It's time for dumpster juice. 2 turn. What you got in the dumpster?
Yeah, just like before, I'm gonna fill in for Coach. Try to do my best. we're going to start off in college because, I mean, God knows there's so much garbage from last week to go through. And I'm going to start with one of my personal favorites. We're going to drive over to Nashville because, you know, there were some Tigers from up north that came down to Nashville thinking they were about to beat Diego Pavia and them Commodores. And as you guys know, there's not many coaches that I can't stand worse than that big fake teeth having Eli Drinkwitz. I don't know why his name's Drinkwitz because he can't drink and he damn sure can't eat a sandwich. I mean, he could eat a sandwich with those chompers, but the dude, he's so corny. He's so annoying. He has no big wins. His one big win was against Ohio State in the freaking bowl game with nobody on the field for Ohio State. So, Eli Drinkwitz, you lost another big game. You blamed it on something like you always do. You're straight trash. Then, we're going to ride all the way over to Mississippi, the state of Mississippi. This school don't get much love in general. It's the landfill Coach Price dumps off of is in Starksville. He dumps every week in Starksville, Mississippi. And the one time they cleared the city out and you didn't have a stench, it was too good to be true. The Mississippi State Bulldogs were up 17 points in the fourth quarter in this day and age with the running clock and found a way to lose to Texas. I can't fathom it. I don't even – what is Mississippi State coach's name? I knew it, but I don't remember it no more because the smell of the garbage is in my eyes. It's in my ears. I can't breathe good. Man, I don't know his name. They need to take everybody in the program. They need to get the extra large black garbage bags, you know, the ones that were too big that it almost overlapped the trash can when you pulled it out the top. Load everybody in and throw it in the back of the damn truck because Mississippi State – the whole program straight trash. And I think I got one more. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. A surprising one that you wouldn't expect coming from two-turn. We're going up to the Columbia, South Carolina. And we're going to visit the South Carolina Gamecocks. How in the hell did you lose this game? How did you find a way to lose this game? Alabama had an 18% chance to win the game once you went up 8 points. And Shane Beamer, you found a way to take Beamer ball to a whole new level. As we say about Josh Allen and many others, you need a colostomy bag because if not, your shoes are going to stay filled with shit. Unless you have something to catch it, it's running down into your shoes, and you ain't going to be able to go home. You have the tie game, and all you need is a field goal to win. And somehow you give the ball back to Alabama. And I don't care. You can blame whoever. That quarterback's supposed to be a top 10 draft pick. That's supposed to be your claim to fame. He fumbled, and that's a direct reflection of his football coach. He's terrible. So, Shane Beamer, pack your bags. You won't be the coach at South Carolina next year because you are straight trash. Now,
man, this become a favor. The two-turn is on Beamer's app.
Oh my God! One more for college. Breaking news, baby. We're back in Baton Rouge. We got two people getting picked up at the same time. I just got the Bleacher Report notification. LSU has fired their athletic director. So not only do you got Brian Kelly in a coffin being loaded into the dumpster truck, you got to make space. It's a double-sized coffin. Open it up, get in there and cuddle with Brian Kelly. The whole LSU program for the next week and a half is straight trash.
No,
Hey, the governor got him fired.
Hold on. I ain't gonna get you. Damn sure is not gonna get no trash sign on my damn typers.
Hey, I said for the next week and a half. That's before the Alabama game.
Hey, let me tell you something. There's something going on in Louisiana.
They tired of losing, Barry.
I understand that, but what I'm saying to you is we don't know what's going on with this coaching cycle, man. Something is happening. This is going to be a big splash. These hires and how this stuff's going to go, something is brewing. I don't know what it is. Steve
Oh, they're
Dawkins.
doing everything they can to make sure they get a big name.
Yeah, I think, man, this is crazy. I mean, the governor got involved. The governor got this guy
said
fired.
yesterday. He said the athletic director at LSU will not make the next hire. He said that. I watched it live yesterday.
Listen, I think this
not
is
only that, he brought up the agent because Brian Kelly and Jimbo Fisher have the same sports agent. He was like, at some point, these guys are like lawyers. This guy's terrible. He robbed both of these schools for two terrible coaches.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, this is something I think we'll remember for a long time because, LSU, like you said, they are tired of losing. They are not a program that loses like this. Think about this, man. Ed Ogeron came to LSU and put up a great record, won a national title. And the year before they won the national title, they were not that good. I mean, they were run of the mill. They played UCF in the playoff or in the bowl game. I mean, there is something different with LSU. I mean, it's what they feed everybody down there, all that swamp meat and all that. You know what I'm saying? And them boys are just fed so nice. Everything's on rice, and they go out there and win football games when they got a good coach, and that's what they got to do right here.
Hold on.
I know Tony had said that the agent got both those guys hired, Fisher and Kelly, right?
I'm not saying I'm talking about he's the one that got them their big paychecks because A&M paid Jimbo a crazy amount.
Do you know who the athletic director was that hired Jimbo Fisher?
The same one that just got fired.
Scott Woodward.
Yep.
So that was going to be mine. I was going to put Brian Kelly in the dumpster, man. That guy took over a top 5 program in the country, all the resources in the world, one of the best fan bases in the world, and cared enough about that job to go to Florida on vacation during the top recruiting weekend of the season. He never wanted to get into the culture at LSU, and down there, for whatever reason, unlike other places, culture is important.
Look, and I don't know what y'all got for the NFL dumpster juice. I got one more, and it's for the NFL because I honestly didn't get to watch a whole lot of the NFL because I was at the game last weekend. But the dump truck is on its way back home. It's heading towards Rome, Georgia. It's making a stop in Atlanta at the Benz. Because not only did you get beat, you got a Hawaiian mud hole drug and stomped across your ass. Tua came in with pink eye. I don't know if it was actually pink eye, but he couldn't even see out of his eye. His eyeball was swelled up.
He throws better. He plays better when he can't see.
Yeah, something got on eye.
So he must have went to that damn strip club me and Dalton went to that one time because Dalton got the same thing Tua had. But
hey man, that's supposed to be that ain't supposed to be out here like that.
But man,
I lost an eye in Tampa.
The Falcons the Falcons ruined their organization yet again when they made this hire. Their coach is terrible. Morris is terrible. He's done nothing to make them better. They got one of the best offensive weapons, just their whole offense. They got great weapons. You got Drake London, you got Bijan Robinson. Your offensive line's pretty good. Your quarterback's got potential. And you have on paper the best defense in the NFL. And you have a losing record. And it's 100% on coaching. So, Morris, you need to pack your bags because you won't be in Atlanta much longer because you're about to go on a losing streak. The whole Falcons, they always will be. They always have been. They always will be straight trash.
Oh, man. Y'all boys, y'all need to get a drink tonight because y'all on everybody's ass. What's up, Steve Dalton? Talk to us and take us out.
Hey, the only other thing I would say that is really disappointing is that my New England Patriots are having a great season. They have Atlanta coming in this week. I think it's a big game. And for some reason, our sorry TV networks inside the United States of America decide they need to play on Sunday morning at 1 p.m. I don't like it. Not a fan. Would like to see it at least at a 4:30 kick. Some normal people got to work on Sundays and probably going to miss at least the first half. But Hey, it is what it is. It's always a great show. Glad to have y'all watching. We will see you next Wednesday night, hopefully, to get back on a normal schedule. And we got some wild things coming for you, as always. Barry, what do you got coming for us on this exit?